Hello children, how are you all? Yeah, everything is fine I hope. So in our previous class we have discussed about biomes. What are biomes and how they are distributed on the globe we have discussed. Today we will discuss more about the biomes, classification of biomes and what are the living organisms seen in these biomes. We will discuss about that. Okay, once let us revise what is a biome. Biome is a area which is having it includes all the specific areas which are having similar climatic conditions. All those geographical areas constitute one biome. For example, if you take fresh water is present in different areas like rivers, ponds, lakes, streams. All these include one aquatic biome. Desert biome, Thar Desert of India, the Sahara Desert of Africa, Great Desert of Australia, like this, all the deserts that are present over the globe form one aquatic biome. Okay, so that is, let us discuss about classification of biomes. Biomes are classified into terrestrial biomes, and second one aquatic biomes. Terrestrial biomes include, they are divided into 5 different types: tropical evergreen forests, deciduous forest, grasslands, desert biomes, and tundra biomes. And the aquatic biomes are divided into lakes, oceans, freshwater biomes. Okay, but when we discuss about aquatic biomes, we are not discussing the classification of biomes, but classification the living organisms that are distributed in this aquatic biomes. Living organisms, living forms are divided into, first, planktons, nectons, and bottom dwellers. So we'll discuss about classification of life forms in aquatic biomes rather than classification of aquatic biomes. Okay, one by one let us see what are these terrestrial biomes, starting with tropical evergreen forests. First one, tropical evergreen forests are those forests which have rainfall throughout the year. Since rainfall is throughout the year and temperature is adequately high. Okay, because of this region here, the plants, wide variety of plants are seen here. Wide variety of flora means the variety of plants that are present in one area is called as flora. Okay, simply you can say vegetation. Types of plants, wide variety of flora are found here, and they are green throughout the year. Because of abundant rainfall. Since all different types of plants are available, animals which are found here are also diverse. So evergreen forests these are the location for great biodiversity. Okay, so That is about tropical evergreen forest. They are located in different locations. Wherever they are surrounding the equatorial region only. In the equatorial region, the temperature is high and rainfall is throughout the year because of continuous evaporation from the soil, from the ocean water, from the trees transpiration occurs. So because of this continuous evaporation, rainfall is also continuous and plants are also green because of this continuous rainfall. Okay, next, coming to the next, deciduous forests. They are found in southern hemisphere and northern hemisphere. Deciduous forests. Deciduous forests are found in southern hemisphere and northern hemisphere. Okay, temperature is usually high, but it also varies according to season. In winter season, somewhat it is low. In rainy season, it is somewhat low. In temperature, it is somewhat high. But most of the time, it is varies according to season. Most of the time, it is high. A little variation is seen according to the season. And these leaves, they shed their leaves annually. Shed their leaves. That's why they are called as deciduous forests. These deciduous forests, which are present in hot climatic conditions, shed their leaves in spring, that is before the summer season, and those which are found in near cold climatic conditions shed their leaves before the winter season. And this topic we have already discussed in adaptations in the ecosystems. And what are the plants that are found here? Sal, oak, elk, etc. Animals that are found, this is about flora. What are the fauna that are found here? The fauna that are found here are elephants, deers, even small organisms like moles. Moles means it looks like a rat. Squirrels are also found. A lot of squirrels are found, etc. These are the organisms that are found in the deciduous forest. Coming to the third, rainfall. Rainfall of this region also is good enough, but it's not continuous throughout the year. Rainfall is adequate. You can say that rainfall is adequate. Okay, next, grasslands. Grasslands, the name itself says that here grass grows. Grassland biomes. Grassland biomes. So in these regions, shrubs or grass varieties of plants, bamboo is also grass variety, etc. grow. This is the reason where rainfall is below 100 centimeters. Below 100 centimeters of rainfall is seen. And temperature is usually high. Temperature is usually high. Next one is desert biome. Desert biomes, as we have already discussed, temperature is very high temperature in daytime and night time. It's very cool in the night time. Rainfall is less than 25 centimeters. And the organisms that are found here are xerophytes. Animals, we know camel, lizards, moles. We have already discussed about the animals that live in the adaptations lesson. Okay. What else? These organisms which are found in these regions are able to adapt to water scarcity, and the examples of deserts that are found in this region are Sahara Desert of Africa, Great Desert of Australia, and Thar Desert of India are examples for this desert biomes. And the last one is Tundra biomes. Tundra biomes is grassland ecosystems that are found in cold regions. Tundra biomes. Tundra biomes are grasslands of cold regions, In this region, the soil layer is always covered with frost. That's why it is called as permafrost. Permafrost means soil layer which is covered with frost. All the time it is covered with frost. The plants that grow here are usually shrubs, herbs, smaller plants. There is you can see lichens here. Lichens are also grown in this region, and the rainfall is very little. In fact, there is a lot of snowfalls. In this region, instead of rainfall, there is snowfall. That's why the soil layer is always having the frost. So that is about tundra biomes. Coming to the organisms that are found in, I said when we study about aquatic biomes, we study about the classification of life forms rather than the classification of aquatic biomes, because we have already discussed a very good extent of aquatic ecosystems in our adaptations lesson. So let us go to life form classifications. Aquatic life forms are divided into first one is planktons, and we already discussed about planktons. Planktons are divided into two types based on presence of chlorophyll. Phytoplankton are those, these planktons are small unicellular organisms that floating on water. Among these unicellular organisms, phytoplankton are those which have chlorophyll and they can perform photosynthesis. Since they perform photosynthesis, they are autotrophs. And zooplankton are those unicellular organisms that float on water, do not have chlorophyll. Since they do not have chlorophyll, they cannot make their own food. So they feed on phytoplankton. So therefore they are called as heterotrophic organisms. Since they are not making their own food but they are depending on other organisms for their food, they are called as heterotrophic organisms. Or you can say they are consumers. They feed on producers. These autotrophs are also called as producers since they make their own foods. Okay, so that is about the surface dwelling plankton. Those organisms which are not at the bottom, which are not floating on water, they are in between. Such organisms which float in between are called as nectons. Okay, nectons are those organisms which are found freely swimming in middle layers of water. And the common examples that you know are mollusks. They float in the between. Most of the mollusks. I am not saying about octopus which is settling at the bottom. Mollusk, most of the mollusks, snail also settles at the bottom. So we are not discussing about bottom dwelling mollusks. Some of the mollusca are found freely floating in the middle layers. And snakes are also found. Fishes are found, dolphins, etc. These are all found, etc. You can say so many examples. So these organisms which are found freely floating are called nectons. And bottom dwellers which are found at the bottom of the ocean, seas, freshwater bodies like coral reefs and some of the echinoderms, sponges, they are also fixed to the bottom of the water. Sponges, we have discussed about sponges in diversity in ecosystem. Example for porifera. Starfish, brittle star, barnacles, etc. These barnacles are stick to rock. These are also just like starfish, they stick themselves to the rock at the bottom. These are the organisms which dwell at the bottom. So depending upon the layer in which they are present, the aquatic life forms are divided into planktons, nectons and bottom dwellers. Okay. So the bottom dwelling organisms are also called as benthos. Okay. So the surface dwelling organisms are called as planktons, middle dwellers are called as nectons and bottom dwellers are called as benthos. So this is about the classification of life forms of aquatic ecosystems, and we have also seen the classification of terrestrial biomes. With this, the discussion of biomes is completed. In our next class, we will discuss about ecosystems, their classification. In each example from the classification of ecosystems, we will have a good discussion about it in our next class. Okay children, that is it for today. I hope you have followed it. If you have any doubts, you can contact me through my number, message me through WhatsApp number. Keep yourself safe, healthy and also study well children. Bye.